spookiest time of the year, there are a few guidelines all ghosts and goblins should follow. Always stay on sidewalks. Never go to a stranger's house. And never go out alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 30 of 31 Days of Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Tonight's brutal murders was described by police as Manson-like in its viciousness. 3 people brutally murdered and a 10-year-old boy being held in custody.
You haven't said a word for 15 years.
This summer, Rob Zombie unleashes a unique vision of a legendary tale.
Listen, be careful tonight. A lot of nutcases come out on Halloween.
Written and directed by Rob Zombie, Rob Zombie's Halloween was released August 31st, 2007. It had a budget of $15 million and made $80 million at the box office. It is rated R for violence, language, sex, gore, nudity, really just, everything that could lead to an R rating is in this film. Here's a synopsis. Nearly 2 decades after being committed to a mental institution for killing his stepfather and older sister, Michael Myers breaks out. He arrives in his hometown on Halloween with the purpose of hunting down his older sister, Lori. Man, I'm going to be honest. This movie is a bit complicated for me. I hold John Carpenter's Halloween, the original Halloween, in such high regard. It's easily my favorite horror film ever, so there's no way that any sequel or remake would really live up to that. It's been a good 8 years since I last saw Rob Zombie's Halloween, and it's not quite as I remembered. The first 20 minutes of this movie to some are going to be unwatchable. In typical Rob Zombie fashion, it's very in your face. It makes you feel sick, especially as a parent due to how young Michael is treated in his home life, the bullying in school. It's a rough pill to swallow, the first 20 minutes of this movie. But on the flip side, in using his childhood, it tried to delve into why Michael turned out to be the way he was. We also get to see a young Michael in his therapy sessions with Dr. Loomis, who is played by Malcolm McDowell. And I like that, though some of those moments are very unsettling too. I love Tyler Mane as Michael Myers in this. It's a close tie between him and Nick Castle in Halloween 2018 for my favorite Michaels. I also love the mask in this film, which, going back to my worst sequels earlier this month, Rob Zombie decided to take that mask off him in Halloween 2 and just let Michael walk around as a transient, and it just pissed me off. But I digress. We're talking about the first Rob Zombie's Halloween. I love that Danielle Harris was in this film, obviously not as her original character in the Halloween franchise, but a really cool nod to the franchise as a whole by Rob Zombie there. Brad Dourif as Sheriff Brackett is a cool nod to Child's Play and slasher films in general. Yes, Chucky, that Brad Dourif. When we get deeper into the movie, it's very intense. Intense in the way that Michael is much more aggressive than he is in any of the other films. And honestly, probably the scariest version of him. That might be blasphemy, but I think it may be. At the end of the day, though, this is a Rob Zombie film. His wife is in the movie, of course. I think that's in all of his contracts. She plays Michael's mom. The dialogue makes you feel sick and it's in your face. This is not for everybody by any means. Again, I thought that I liked this a lot more than I did, but on the rewatch, I didn't love it. Maybe that says something about getting older, having a child of my own, but there are still things that I enjoyed in this movie. Just didn't love the movie as a whole. For my trick-or-treat candy rating, I'm giving Rob Zombie's Halloween a Kit Kat. It's fine. It's not the best. There are things I really love about it, but I'd much rather watch John Carpenter's Halloween, the original Halloween 2, Halloween 4, H2O maybe. For sure, Halloween 2018. I'd rather watch all of those instead of Rob Zombie's Halloween. But if you would like some really in-your-face type shit, you can watch Rob Zombie's Halloween on Shudder, Peacock, or Tubi. We'll be back tomorrow for day 31 of 31 Days of Halloween with, here's a hint. The movie that we will be reviewing, in my opinion, is one of the absolute scariest and unsettling horror films of the past 30 years, easily. We will see you tomorrow. Peace.